coming into land on one engine, and the pilot, Slaughter, had called into the tower that he wants a straight-in approach because he's had an engine shot out. And the tower told him that he can come straight in, but there's another plane landing with a problem, and we'll have to land behind them. Well, in those days, all the airplanes, B-25, had propellers, not jets. And if you ran into prop wash from the plane in front, it could throw you off, and it could throw you a different direction. And we came into land, and the plane in front had the prop wash, and that prop wash threw us out over the water. And we're on one engine. The pilot tried to give it more power on that engine, and he tried to start up the other engine, and he couldn't do anything. And here we're over the water, and there's a big Liberty ship in front of us. And I could see, I was standing right behind him, it's either hit that Liberty ship or ditch in the ocean. And I heard the pilot yell, "Prepare to ditch." Well, I quick turned around and braced behind the co-pilot seat because I know we're going to hit the water. And we were well trained that when you ditch, you stop twice. It's not like you hit a wall. First, you're going about maybe 120 miles an hour to land, and you hit the water, and very quickly, instead of going 120, you're going like 70. But you're still moving. And then all of a sudden you stop dead, you're going from 70 to 0, you're stopping again. And I knew we were going to hit twice. So I was trained, I knew that. So I was braced behind the co-pilot seat, and we hit the first time, and I kept the brace and hit the second time. I hurt my back, but at least I was functional. I could get out of the plane. The pilot opened up the top hatch. A B-25 you get into from the bottom. Well, when you ditch, you can't go out the bottom. You got to go out the top. So he opened the top hatch, and the pilot goes out first, then the co-pilot, then the engineer who's in the top turret. He's the third one out. I'm the fourth one. The navigator's the fourth guy out because theoretically, he's supposed to be in the nose, and it takes him all that time to get back. So I'm the fourth guy out. Well, when we come into land, we had our flaps down and our wheels down. Well, when you hit the water with your flaps down, right away it throws the nose down. So I remember registering all that in my mind. I know we're going to be pretty deep by the time I get out. Going to be probably on the bottom, or I don't know how deep the ocean is there. But as I say, I'm a pretty good swimmer. I don't remember if I took my shoes off or not, but I do know that when we were picked up, I didn't have my shoes. And we were picked up by an LCVP, which is, it's like a big rowboat with an engine and a back flap, but a real big, and it's run by one man. And this one guy picked us up. He was a skipper of an LCI, Landing Craft Infantry, which is a good-sized boat, also with a front flap. And but we picked up our radio man, who was in the back of the airplane, was hit in the face with a .50 caliber machine gun. So he was a bloody mess. And by the time I got back there, my job was to help the guys in the back to get into the dinghy. Well, they put, his name was Tex Taylor, the radio man. They put him on top of me so he wouldn't fall out of the dinghy. Well, he was all bloody, so I got all bloody. And we dropped him off at an LST because the LST has an infirmary with medical corps. Whether doctors or not, I don't know. So we dropped him off because he was almost out of it and bloody. And so they asked me if I had hurt my back, if I wanted to go with him. I said, no, I want to go back to the outfit, which was stupid because I was entitled to a Purple Heart, but I never got a Purple Heart. But maybe, who the hell knows? Maybe I'd have been shot down or something. My whole future would have changed. But anyway, I went back to the LCI with the skipper of the LCVP, and he gave me a naval flying suit because mine was all bloody. Gave me a pair of naval shoes, which I used for the rest of the war. He gave us a steak dinner with mashed potatoes, which we hadn't had in God knows how long. He offered us a drink of liquor, which he wasn't allowed to have, but he had it. I was not a drinker, so I didn't have a drink. I think the other guys did. And then he took us back to the port, to the wharf where they picked us up, and took us back to the outfit. And as I say, the next day I woke up, my back was killing me. So that's when I went down to Australia. And I remember all this. See, how many years ago? That's 1945. It's 65 years ago. A long time. And how do you remember these things?
Going back, just to clarify, you mentioned that the plane went nose down. Were you underwater was the plane underwater by the time that you exited the aircraft?
Are you kidding? It was deep in the water. Sure, because the other three guys all got out. We were underwater immediately. The nose was going down immediately. And by the time the other three guys got out, and then I got out, we were deep in the water.
So you actually had to make an effort to
swim. Oh, I had to swim to the surface. Oh, yeah. And my job was, the pilot, when he gets out, he goes to the port side, and he goes around to the back to help the guys in the back. The co-pilot goes the other way to help, and then I don't know what the engineer's supposed to do, and I'm supposed to go around to the left and help the pilot, and that's exactly what I did. We were very well trained. We all did just what we were supposed to do, and we all got out. As I said, the radio man, he was hurt very badly. He did come back a couple months later, but and he came back and he flew again.
And just to get a better description of that also, with the hatch being on the top, you're underwater, there's a lot of water coming in. Was there a lot of difficulty trying to get out while that water's rushing?
I don't remember any trouble. Well, by the time I got out, we were deep in the water. There was no water coming in. The whole thing was water. You know, I'm climbing out through the water.
Oh, so the inside of the plane was already submerged?
Oh, sure. Everything was underwater. And I don't remember ever opening my eye. When I was a swimmer, I never opened my eyes underwater. You know, most people do when they swim. I never did. I don't remember. Maybe I opened my eyes, but somehow I was able to find the hatch and get out.
And you said because of your training, there was no sense of panic?
No, none at all. You knew what your job was and you did it. And as I say, we were very well trained. Everything we had to do, we were trained. And we did it. And everybody I was ever with was well trained. I don't remember anybody not doing their job correctly.